Okay, as I said earlier, I'm going to be speaking to the man again. I mean, this is going to be the second time we're having a conversation talking about a multi-award winning record producer, a songwriter, a musician. I mean, the last time I saw him in a video, he was doing the orchestral composition, everything, the catchy thing. Yeah, but before I engage him, I'm just going to drop one of my favorite records that he dropped, produced, and all of that. Trouble is in for me. Trouble. Trouble! You don't want no trouble with the man Myx Quest on this record, man. It features JRP and Incisive. There's just something about Mike that I think I want to say. For me, I think you're our version of John Legend.
Oh, wow.
Because, I mean...
These are big accolades, bro.
To be honest, because I have noticed something about your production. There's
Yeah.
always that element of piano in there.
Oh, yeah, I do love, like, playing. I do, yeah.
Is
If
that
you're
what-
saying that, yeah.
I've noticed it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Is that like your favorite musical instrument or something?
Well, I mean, I don't play too many, so that's like my main instrument. So, yeah, maybe it's a bit like of a giveaway.
You've
now.
changed.
Have I?
What has changed about him? The last time we saw
Oh,
him,
is it?
it wasn't.
It's the beard.
It was the beard. It's the beard.
Actually,
You
it's the
are
beard.
funny.
It's the beard. It has changed a bit. Yeah. But great to have you
When
again.
was I last here? Was it?
Last year or last 2 years?
Was it before COVID?
It was before COVID.
Was it before COVID?
No, it was during COVID.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Really? When he
Was
dropped
it
Catchy
during
Catchy
COVID? Hey,
Call?
please don't come and get your radio station shut down.
But yeah, it's great to
It
have
was
you
during
again.
COVID, observing all protocols.
Yeah, protocols and
all
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that.
Yeah.
Because I remember
Easy.
when they shot, when we went to the set of the shoot for Kachi Kachi,
Mm.
they had this thing that it sanitizes your whole body when you're
Oh,
entering.
okay.
Yeah, so it
Oh,
was
wow, for
during.
real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, he was busy shooting videos, so we didn't know what was going on.
So
with
how
that.
you guys doing?
We're doing great. How
Yeah.
are you doing?
I'm cool, man.
How's
I'm good. I'm
the
good.
music scene been treating you?
Yeah, it's all good.
Nice.
Working. We're working.
Nice.
Yeah,
Myx
yeah.
Quest is here with us on the Africa Daily Show again for the second time. If you haven't heard him here, well, he's been here and we've had conversations on music and he's an entrepreneur as well, So yeah, multiple award-winning music producer, sound engineer, songwriter. He has that skill of composing
Oh,
the,
the
Yeah, conducting.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like he should set up a choir and then like.
Do you
put
know
me in
what?
it.
Like,
Uh-huh.
no. So seriously, like with the composition and the orchestration stuff, like it's definitely something that I'm serious about.
Okay.
Those guys that was in the Catchy video.
Mhm.
I'm still in touch with them. And it's logistically it's not easy to put
Right,
something like that
right.
together. But there's definitely like an orchestral scene
Okay.
in Ghana, which I didn't even know about until that video.
Catchy
until
video
the Catchy,
came
yeah.
about.
And also, well, actually, it was before the Catchy video. I'd done like a performance at the British High Commission
Okay.
for the Queen's
Passing.
birthday.
Okay.
No, this was
Birthday,
for one of her
rather.
birthdays.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And then I put together like just a small quartet.
Wow.
And stuff. But then I went to National Theatre, like I saw
Uh-huh.
them like rehearsing and stuff, and for some people it's a full-time thing. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. There's a whole scene. So yeah, with due time, I'm definitely gonna be doing more of
Put
that.
in- yeah.
Yeah.
As a
yeah.
creative, obviously, just snap like, yo, I can do something with these guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, Myx Quest. I mean, if for someone who's not heard of your music, I'm sure listening to that is like, yeah, I'm listening to Kanye West. That wasn't Kanye West. That's Myx Quest. Yeah, and that record, it will forever be a memorable one in my mind.
Oh, cool, man.
So from the
Appreciate
time
it,
we
man.
had a conversation till now, has Myx Quest metamorphosed into something else, or he's still the same old G doing the great stuff? Or
Man, I've been in the studio obviously quite a lot. Just like producing. Yeah, been doing a lot of production, like not just for like my own stuff, but like even for like other artists as well.
Okay.
Because there was like this thing that I needed to iron out where artists kind of felt like they couldn't come to me just for a record to be produced. Like people kind of thought it had to be a Myx Quest
Right.
record, and I'm like, no, I'm a producer. Like,
so you just walk up to me and tell me what you want.
yeah, we can do that. It's fine, So I've been doing a lot more of that. In addition to like my own stuff. I think since Catchy, there's been like a couple of tracks that's been out. I think the last one there was one with Mr. Drew.
Okay.
and Ghetto Boy and Bella Alubu called All I See.
Okay. You produced that record.
Yeah, so that was my record. Yeah, so Myx Quest
Wow.
featuring.
Need
Yeah,
to check
so
that
that came out. Yeah, but it was a bit of a weird one because like the long story short, the video came out really really late. So it was kind of like a soft release. It wasn't like a major release like
Okay.
that. Yeah, it was like
Okay.
a soft release. But it's out. It's out. It's also out there.
But considering, I mean, a producer of your caliber, how does these things get to you? Like, you've released a record that should go viral. What is it? Why is it not?
Yeah, well, I mean, it. Look, even with whether it's Sony, Universal, whoever it is, like anytime a record is released, you have a plan, you have an expectation.
Right.
You know, they know what the expectation is. They know what is deemed as a successful record or
True,
not.
true.
Because it's just about budget. It's like if you put 2 CDs into a record and you make 3 CDs back,
Right. Okay.
you've made 50% profit.
You have.
Do you understand?
I agree.
If you put 50,000 US into a record
Right.
and everybody knows about it, but you made back 5,000, you've lost
You've lost. True. that.
45K.
Very true. Very true.
Even though it might be popular. Do you see what I'm saying? So some records, the point is some records as a team we decide, okay, this is going to be like a proper strong push. Some records are like kind of like, okay, this is a soft release, which means, you know, you're just kind of feeling and you're keeping it going, but it's not a major release as far as as far as you're concerned.
Right.
So yeah, that's how it is. You can't, you know, I'm an independent artist and producer.
Right.
So, you know, I don't have a blank checkbook
True.
for music. And even those that have blank checkbooks, they still don't work like that. Do you get me?
Aside the fact that you're an artist, you're a music producer, you're a songwriter, you own a record label as well.
Well, yeah, a small independent label, yeah.
Okay, so have you? I mean, you've been okay, mommy. Want to
They
jump
should
in?
sign me.
Oh, yeah. We're signing you. We're signing
Talking
you.
about signees, do you have any signee here in Ghana?
So, that's a really good question. So, we've been working very, 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 very closely with an artist called Califina.
Okay.
She's an amazing singer-songwriter.
Right.
Just even like during the Global Citizens
Okay.
thing,
Okay.
she
Yeah.
was like part of that. Actually, there was a writing camp just 2 roads from here. Actually, at they were staying at the Quales,
Okay.
and it was a writing camp organized by Universal Music and
Okay.
YouTube
Okay.
to write songs for like Thames, Jackie,
Okay.
and Say Shay, and they were all
Okay.
there. So Califina was part of that. She was literally, it was just her and another artist and writer called Melissa.
Okay.
That was from Ghana. Everyone else was from Nigeria and Kenya. So again, things like that, most people didn't know that.
No. Yeah.
So again, going back to your initial thing of things going viral and stuff, sometimes you don't hear about stuff,
True, but things are really.
but things are actually happening.
True
exactly.
That. True that.
So so Califina's an artist that we're working very closely with.
Okay.
The song that I was talking about that came out on a soft release. She co-wrote like Bella Alubu's verse.
Okay,
as well.
okay. So Myx Quest, Ghetto Boy, Mr. Drew, features Bella Alubo. He just talked about All I See. Let's listen to that record. We're going to be back in the studio. It's the Africa Daily Show. I'm here with Myx Quest. Don't go away. Stay. All I See, Myx Quest, Ghetto Boy, Mr. Drew, and the lady Bella Alubo on that record. Okay, another good record that we don't know about, but yeah, we know it now. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out. As a matter of fact, that's what you need to do. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what would you have done differently if looking at the music scene now? It seems it's all Afro beats now.
Yeah. When you say what would I like, how?
What would you have done differently in terms of your production?
I don't know. What would I have done differently?
In terms of the way you, because if you listen to Trouble,
Yeah.
you'd realize it was just something way bigger than what we can vibe with here.
Yeah.
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 From that time.
Yeah.
So would you have?
No, but I mean, like, I'm still like, there's a lot more R&B that I've been doing lately.
Okay.
There's a lot more. Yeah. I mean, the Afro beats is just one genre that obviously I like, and when I'm in Ghana, obviously it's relative to the territory.
You only do that in
see-
Ghana?
Not that I only do it in Ghana, but that's what I'm promoting here
Okay.
currently.
Okay.
Do you get me?
Yeah, yeah.
But even that, like, that's just because most artists here are doing Afrobeats or some kind of Afro genre. But there's other artists that I've been coming across that don't do Afrobeats, do like R&B or soul or like I recently connected with this singer, like she's super dope. We're supposed to get in the studio, called Rhea Boss.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He loves her.
And it's like, you know, that's really my kind of like, do you know what I mean? Like, like lane. But I don't mind doing Afrobeats.
Right.
So I don't really do a genre specific. I just kind of just,
cool.
do you know what I mean? Roll out
Right.
what needs to be rolled out.
Recently, there has been this conversation for some time now about, you know, Ghanaian artists not really getting that stardom out there and Grammy nomination. And then Harvey Mason Jr. stepped into the country and everything. What are we not doing right, Mike?
Yeah, I think we're just talking about it too much. That's what we're not doing right. I just think, like, it's like, frankly, I just think it's a bit of a pathetic conversation. Like, we're always like, oh, how do we get to Grammy? Oh, Ghana going to... I mean, just focus on doing good music. Do you know what I mean? Like, Harvey was there, I was at the dinner.
Okay.
And, you know, it's good. Like, shout out to Gooba, shout out to Denta. Like, from a profile perspective, it's a very dope profile. And it's great to be able to have people like that around.
Right.
But then when they are around, when you're kind of wasting their time asking them, how do we get to Grammys? Well, it's not Harvey that selects. He doesn't give people the Grammys. He's the CEO of the organization.
Right.
How you get to the Grammys is you do good music and you make a submission. And how you make a submission, the information for that is on the website. It's been on the website before Harvey even became CEO. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You sign up, you become a part of the fellowship. And then you nominate. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
You have voting rights. There's a process.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Most people that are saying when are we going to Grammys have never made a submission for Grammys.
True, I think so.
So how does that even make any sense?
And he also made mention of the fact that they're considering, you know, adding Afro beats to the
which is good. That's good. But even with that, you know, he said they're considering it because it's been brought up. It had never been brought up formally before. It's, you know what I mean? There's a board.
There's a board,
and then people
That's
petition.
the Recording Academy.
Exactly. So if there's enough people lobbying for it, like in any other situation, it's like government. It's like people be on the road crying about maybe they haven't done this or they haven't done that. But until it goes through Parliament and it goes through the proper procedures, it can't be executed. So he confirmed that it had been formally brought up and it's now being considered. Do you see what I mean?
Interesting. I'm in the studio with Myx Quest, and we're having an interesting conversation right here. There's just something about this I want to ask you. What's up with you and Kelvin Boy?
And Camido.
No, yes.
What do you mean?
There's always
There's always records.
an element of these guys in your records.
Like, so Kelvin and Camille, I mean, they're guys who, like, Kelvin is like super, super talented, and you know, I know he's had his fair share of like,
of course,
controversy in
trolling
the press and whatever. But when it comes to like delivering, like from a writing perspective and a performance perspective, on recording, he's very good. Do you see what I mean? He's very good. And what do I mean by that? I'm not just talking about he's got a good voice.
Okay.
I'm talking about he can listen to a particular record and he knows the vibe. He can tap into the vibe. Some artists are very, very good, but they're one way. Do you know what I mean?
I get you.
Like, some artists are not very versatile. They're very good, but they're good at what they do. And, you know, if you shift to the left or to the right a little bit,
find it difficult to
then
adjust.
they'll find it difficult to adjust. Exactly.
So we're talking a Wizkid kind of vibe.
Who?
With a Wizkid kind of vibe, because Wiz is also that guy people talk about how versatile he is.
Yeah. I mean,
you find that in Kelvin Boy as well.
Yeah, I do. And I think it's because he used to do live, like, you know, he used to be in like a live band,
in church
doing
and all of
covers and stuff. And you know, you learn a lot when you're out there on the weekends singing anything from, I don't know, Elton John maybe to like just random pop stuff. You, of course, after a while, you're gonna learn from that, even if you don't notice it. Do you see what I mean?
What actually informed the choice of the titles of this song? Tinginingi.
You know how I feel like it's Kelvin Boy. Like he has this way with words. Like when you actually listen to his music,
He falls in place.
does something.
Yeah. It's so true. You literally took the words out of my mouth.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we were just in the like studio, well, actually the hotel, and yeah, he just came up with this rap, and this is what I mean about that creative kind of vibe. Yeah, it's supposed to be the phone sound.
So he just literally did it with his voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Aside Ghanaian artists, Myx, who else have you? I mean, I know you've worked with Solange, Beyonce's younger sister, right?
Yeah,
That's exclusive. Let's go to Nigeria.
Yeah, so nice. So currently, I've been doing quite a lot with Dice Ales.
Okay. You know
Shout out
that's
to
the
Dice.
former signee to Chocolate City, I think. Or he's still signed to Chocolate City.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's with Sony. I think he's with Sony at the
Their
moment.
father. Their father.
He's got that track,
with
Ala
Emma,
Corey, and he's
with
got
Emma.
Ala Corey.
Yeah,
and,
yes. You
big
don't heard that
artist,
song
yeah.
before? Oh, that is
No,
one
no,
of the
no. Dice
good
is
guys.
like,
Oh, cool.
super dope. Yeah,
Cool.
So yeah, we've been doing quite a lot of work recently.
Wow. Looking forward
A
to
few
that.
others, yeah. So
Looking forward to
in
that.
due time.
Tell us about your new single, Pull Up.
Wow. So pull up with my big bro Ras Kwame.
And
He's
of course, Kelvin Boy.
yeah, Kelvin Boy
And
Camido.
And Camido.
Yeah,
Yeah, the OGs
I know.
in the house.
Yeah. So how that came about? So Ras Kwame, he's like literally a legendary radio presenter and producer,
Right.
DJ. He was on BBC for years. He's on Capital
Extra.
at the moment,
Okay.
Capital Extra, yeah. And he's known for his dancehall collaborations. He's done like huge collaborations on the dancehall scene.
Right.
But funny enough, he's Ghanaian, hence
Okay,
Ras
yeah,
Kwame,
cool.
obviously. I think Motown guy. So apologies to him for that. But, yeah, you can't all win.
I know, right?
But anyway, yeah. So I think those days, those days, he was around and he was quite close with like Freddie Funkstone, Reggie Rockstone, those guys. So those guys, and he had like because he was producing, like he had this kind of sound, which I think you could call it a sokbo.
Asoko.
Asokbo.
Okay.
It was like a particular vibe. Like, see how now we've got Afro beats and we've got this. There was a particular type of like sound, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is true.
So
Asokbo is like Asokbo is like when Azonto came.
Yeah.
Like, Asokbo came around that time.
Yeah.
We used Azonto music.
Vibe.
To
Yeah.
exactly, but I think it was before. I think it was Asopo was there before.
Azonto.
So I think it became more
became-
pronounced when Azonto came.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
okay.
I remember dancing, like there were dances, like certain particular types of dances
Oh,
when I was
okay.
in like
So you can.
SHS.
So when we play the pull up, we're gonna.
Yeah, she could do a little bit
floor,
of
yeah.
Asoko for
Yeah,
us.
exactly. So Ras had done some tracks, and there was like one that he did that was quite big, called Ride the P, or I don't know if I can say the full word on the radio.
Yeah, of course. Just stick to the P. It's good.
Yeah. So and that was with like Freddie Funkstone and stuff, and it was like So that was produced. That's Ras Kwame's track, even though like that particular
Really?
version, had
Wow,
Freddie
this
Funkstone.
is like old days back record.
like I don't know, I must have been in primary school or something like that, right? So but he had other songs and he had like a signature beat.
Oh, okay.
Do you get me?
Right.
Like this, he had like a signature drum beat that he would produce.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Okay.
Which is what he did for that track and some other tracks that he did. So fast forward to recently, I've known Ras for a while, and we were talking, and he hollered at me, and he was like, "Yo, let's like do something with a similar vibe, with that same drum beat." Do you get me? So he kind of redone the drum beat,
Okay.
but a similar, because obviously it was his record, so he still had like the same kind of like
True.
sounds and stuff. So he gave me this kind of drum vibe, and then obviously I done like the music and like, produced the record, and then got Kelvin and Camilla, because they were both in London at the time as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it was easy to just be like, hey, okay, guys, come through, like let's like work on this track.
Right,
Do you see what I mean?
right.
So then we came up with this new track. So the beat has that nostalgic
It has.
like
It has,
element which
yeah.
reminds you of that era.
Exactly.
Do you get me?
It just took me back to that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what's happening here?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what I started thinking? I'm like, okay, Myx Quest, are you gonna be having a conversation with someone like, yo, Myx, you stole my beat, or Myx, you took my
No,
beat,
no,
and that kind of thing.
no.
No, you know that kind of feeling.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
recently it popped
No,
up.
it happens a lot. Yeah.
The Ed Sheeran has been sued. Joe Boy has been sued by Asha.
Yeah, even
Here,
yeah.
Ayat and all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, so but then I'll ask him here, and he actually
No,
said
it's
it. So,
good.
yeah.
Please, it's
Yeah.
better that we have this conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why it's Ras Kwame. So it's actually Ras Kwame's record. Do you know what I mean? So it's Ras Kwame, Myx Quest.
Of course,
Camilo
coming
Kelvin.
together with that force. Pull up,
Exactly.
they call it. I don't know who they're pulling up, but if you look at the
No,
art,
these days, it's like everybody's like people call you. They're like Charlie. Some party days, some
Yeah,
you
we
go
could
pull
pull
up.
up.
You pull up.
Yeah,
Like pull up is like
pull
a
up,
street
pull
term,
up,
right?
yeah.
Let's pull up with the vibe. We're gonna be back in a bit.
Charlie, what it happened?
This is what I'm talking about. Myx Quest did magic on this one alongside the man Ras Kwame. Pull up, they call it. When are we expecting the visuals for this?
Oh yeah, it's coming soon.
It has to be. It has to be, man.
Soon,
It has to be.
soon.
But then, are we looking to have an album featuring all these
Yeah, do you know what?
records you're
yeah,
dropping?
yeah. This like this album was like I was supposed to drop it this year,
Okay.
but then I've pushed it back.
Any reasons?
Yeah, because similar to what you were saying before, so there was like a whole like run of like Afrobeats tracks,
Okay.
which came out. But then I was like, I didn't want it to just be about that because there's like so many other like genres that I love, and Afrobeats is probably like one of the newest. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to like do more to give like a wider scope
Okay.
on the album, especially like on the R&B side, which is like probably like one of my first loves. So, yeah, when it's time, it will drop.
Okay. All right.
You get me? But for now, let's just like get into the
Let's get to the
singles.
vibe. All
Yeah.
right. It's been amazing having the man Myx Quest in the building. Who are
Yeah,
you
it's
looking
been-
to work with in the future in Ghana?
Man, who? Oh
What?
yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
of course,
Oh yeah, me.
of course. Yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. Who else?
On the album, actually, you're looking to come out
Yeah,
with a masterpiece.
there's like so many artists. Like it's hard to say because so many people doing their thing. Do you get me? I just think I just have to go like organically.
Right.
There's people that like I said, I've been talking to, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm open, and like I said, it's not just about my projects. It's also about production as well. If people just want
True.
production, and we can get into that as well.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is just about it. And you having something to say? You got something to ask?
No.
Unless you want to get on the record label.
I already said what I want to say.
But yeah, I mean, the handles again, social media handles.
Yeah, so all the handles are at Myx Quest, which is MYXQUEST. So that's MYXQUEST.
There was this guy of mine that actually asked me. When I posted the flyer on the stuff, he was like, "Yo, I've checked him out, but he had this gospel album some time ago. Was he a gospel?"
Yeah,
musician?"
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, "Yo,
Yeah, so but this is what I'm saying. So like,
Jesus touched my
yeah,
what?
no, Jesus in my hard drive.
hard drive."
Yeah. So yeah, that came out after Escape from the Hard Drive. Again, like, do you know what I mean? Gospel is another like genre that I really, really love. Yeah, at the time I was like playing in church a lot.
Okay.
Like playing keyboard
Okay.
like all day long.
Okay.
Like like all
Right.
day,
I know,
all
right?
night. For
Right.
like 12 hours at a time. Like yeah, like gospel is another genre that I really, really love. And yeah, definitely we'll be doing some more gospel music.
Nice.
So yeah, just a multi-genre
Get ready.
type of situation.
Get
Yeah.
ready and look out for the bigger things to happen.
So
Myx Quest, yeah.
I want to ask a question
Yeah,
on
go
that
on.
gospel note.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the gospel scene here
In
in
Ghana,
like Abby's
yeah.
Ghana, is there any artists you are likely to work with?
Do you know what? Like I was Shazamming a few people like recently, and I'd need to check my Shazams because the names aren't coming to my brain immediately. But I know there's definitely a strong scene. I know one of my good friends, she worked with this guy, I think Kwesi Oting,
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
who I was checking him out. He's quite good. And even there's this producer guy, right? And then he's kind of crossed over to gospel
Highly
now.
spiritual. That's
Is it? I've forgotten
no,
his
not
name.
K-Wa.
not
Not
K-Wa, not
K-Wa,
K-Wa,
I've
not
forgotten
K-Wa,
his
not K-Wa.
name.
he was at the dinner as well. But yeah, I've forgotten his name. But I know he used to do a lot
Is
of
it
production.
MOG?
Yeah,
MOG,
exactly.
MOG music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I actually went to school with Sonny actually.
Okay.
Sonny Badu as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay, okay.
But
okay.
yeah, there's definitely a scene. There's a guy, good friend of mine called Emmanuel Smith.
Okay.
So he's like Ghanaian as well, but I think he's based in the UK. But
UK,
he's like
right.
back and forth. We actually worked on something the last time that he was here. He came to the studio in Spintex.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm open. Like if there's gospel stuff, why not?
Why not? Why
Yeah.
not? Final words from the man Myx Quest to, millions of listeners, millions of your fans out there.
I don't know. Like, thank you for all the support. Thank you for keeping up with what I'm doing,
Right.
and keep supporting, keep checking out the music, keep spreading it as well.
Absolutely.
I think that's the main
Like
thing.
the
is
scriptures.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's get more and more people tuned in, locked in, add all the stuff to your playlists and stuff like that, and spread the good word.
All right. I'm looking forward for the album.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
looking
the
forward.
album's
It's
there.
definitely gonna drop.
I'm just like
It's
shuffling.
in the hard drive.
Exactly.
So
I'm just shuffling.
That
a
is
few
not gonna
things
escape.
around.
It's gonna
Yeah,
get full permission to get
Yeah.
out.
No,
Myx
definitely,
Quest,
definitely.
great having you here
No,
once
thank
again.
you
We're
for having
looking-
me, man. Thank you
Absolutely.
guys.
It's a
Shout out to
pleasure.
Global Radio
Absolutely.
for always supporting. Shout out to
Absolutely.
Yasmin.
Yep. And thank you very much for passing through as well. So let's go pull up again. Kelvin Boy, Camido, Raskwami, Myx Quest, having that nostalgic. We're gonna be back for what's on and what's new right here. Don't go.